So you had never done any kind of sex work before?
I mean, I definitely have done like a lot of sex work and kind of like dated older guys and kind of pay for play situations. So I'm definitely not like new to the game.
Oh, so you are all up in the sugar baby game or what?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. We never had a girl talking about this before. This is interesting.
You fucking the Uncle Rumpelstiltskins, whatever the fuck they say there.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Who is that? Wasn't that like a troll or something?
That's what I call the old man. The
It's like a famous troll. Really? Okay. Well, we'll get to that. We'll find out if there were any Rumpelstiltskins. Okay. So wait. So when was the first time that you ever got involved with that? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So actually, the first time, if you guys remember, like the Backpage days.
I do. I never did it, but I recall it being a thing.
Yeah.
I had some friends that was really
Some
into
friends.
That. Yeah.
He was on it deep. He was.
No.
Every dollar he made.
I had some homeboys that went to jail. Well, I used to be with them every day. Yeah.
They went to jail for pimping off Backpage?
Basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know all about the roses and all this shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never got involved with this, but okay. So you heard about it? Like who put you on to this game?
I was like, I need money. So I went on Google and then I answered some ad that was like super sketchy. And then
on Google?
No, like it was on Backpage, but that's how I found Backpage. You know, looking for girls, easy money. And when I got there, it was clearly like a pimp and like his girl or whatever. And
you went and met up with them in real life?
In like their car, yeah.
Where? In like a Starbucks parking lot or something?
No, in like the sketchy area in Chinatown in Boston. And I was wearing like this nice dress. Like I looked ridiculous.
What did you think was going to happen? And how old were you?
I was 18. I didn't.
Oh my God.
I was like, hopefully I'll get some money. You know what I mean?
Did you have a job at that point, or were you like really hard up for money?
Actually, I was working at like a cafe, so basically had no job.
And how much money do you think you were going to get when
I had no clue.
Were you concerned for your safety at all? I guess you're meeting them in a car in a parking lot. It's not that bad.
I wasn't really thinking about that. Sadly, yeah.
Girls. Be careful, because there's a lot of weird people out there.
Jack the Ripper's around the corner.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a diddler on the roof, yeah.
Yeah.
So what was this all about? Like, what'd they say to you? Or like, how'd this meeting go?
So they picked me up and we're like talking in the car or whatever. And they're like, okay, so this is where the tricks go, and like drop me off in like like the side of the highway basically. So I'm standing there and they drove back around after like 2 minutes. They're like, oh, we just wanted to see if you were for real. Like, no tricks, come here. I'm like, okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
They were just testing you?
Yeah.
To see if you would leave or not?
Yeah, to see if I was like an 18-year-old cop or something. I don't know.
And were you down when you were like, oh, like if some guy comes up and offers me money to fuck, I'm just going to do it?
I was like, I don't know what's going to happen, so...
You was walking a stroll.
Literally, yeah.
We got a street called Fig out here that we could drop you off at too.
End up on soft white underbelly.
Don't do the math. If they try to give you math, just say no. Okay, so then they re-pick you up, and then what happens?
So then we actually ended up like doing calls. And like the first time I did it, I was so nervous. Like I was shaking and I was like, oh, I'm going to get like struck down immediately. And then like nothing bad happened. But then like probably like a week later, I ended up just like going off on my own because I'm like, this is super sketchy to give someone your money for work that they're not doing.
Right. So what was doing calls like? You just had random guys showing up to a hotel room or something?
No, like we only did like out calls.
Okay.
So it was basically just driving around Boston, and it's like some people's places were pretty gross and they didn't clean. Some people's places were so nice. I'm like, oh, I've never been in such like an upscale building. So it had a bit of everything.
And so you're 18, and you're what was like the average experience like? Would they like talk to you and hang out with you for hours, or would it be just kind of like you just get it in real quick?
I mean, a little of both, but it's definitely surprising that like it kind of is like, obviously it's about like having good sex or whatever, but it kind of is a lot like people just want someone to talk to who's not going to judge them, because it's like, okay, we've already like
established that you're doing something illegal together.
Yeah, under these like awkward circumstances. So I feel then people just like tell like all their secrets, and I'm just like, okay.
So what kind of stuff were they telling you? Anything stand out that was particularly like amazing or weird?
complain about work, complain about their wife, or be like, I love my wife, and like keep talking about how they love their wife and like kind of like justifying it. And I'm like, okay, I don't really care either way. Like,
Right. And
I love my wife. Suck my dick, please.
yeah, exactly.
What was like what is the average sexual experience like in that? Because like for me, if I was paying a girl to come to my crib and have sex, I would think about it the way I think of everything else, which is like, if I'm paying for an hour, we should probably be fucking for damn near an hour, which is maybe, I feel like a lot of guys might not think of it like that.
Yeah. Definitely some people are like that. And like for me, I'm like, that's too much work, but then I just like block their number after or something like that.
If they want to just be sawing away at it for 2 hours, that's like, just too much.
No one has that energy.
Okay. But was the average guy like real, like just sort of wham bam, thank you ma'am, real quick?
I would say the average guy would want to do like stuff that they're not comfortable to ask like their SO to do.
Really?
Like anal or something like that, or maybe like some BDSM.
Like you pegging them?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but also them like doing anal to me.
You would do anal with these dudes as well?
Yeah.
But
that's extra.
Would you come in? Would you know you were going to do it before you?
Yeah.
So
like,
you have to prep the booty?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Fair enough. Damn. So you only did it with them for like a week?
Yeah, because I was like, this is sketchy. Like, I literally was making, like, we charged $200 and I got $100. Like, now I'm, like, obviously charging, like, way more than that. But to me at the time, I'm like, $100. I'm like, I'm rich.
How many of these were you hitting in a day?
Like, we would do, like, 5 or 6 in one night. So to go from making, like, $300 a week at a cafe to making
600 in a night.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, I just came up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't have any bad experiences doing it, really?
Not really.
During that 1 week, I guess. After that, you went off on your own?
Yeah, not really. And like doing it on my own, it's just like I screen the shit out of everyone and have to get like their real work information and check their ID and stuff like that.
The work information? What? So you can hold it over their head and like be like, yo, if you fuck around and do something fucked up, then I'm going to tell your boss?
Or if you don't keep buying me, I'm going to fucking tell everybody.
You would be like, where do you work? I would be like, no, this is over. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'd be like, I work at Dairy Queen.
Work at Arby's.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also get like references from other people. So if it's like a girl I recognize from online, you can get like, I'll get 2 references. And weirdly, there's a lot of people, it's like we always see the same guys, even if we look completely different.
That's very interesting to get references so that like you can slowly build up your credibility so that you can just do this and girls won't be tripping out too hard.
Yeah.
They were wearing a condom every time?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, anal with a condom? That's some gangster shit. I never did that, I'll be honest.
Anal?
With a condom? Just the condom part.
Do you use lube?
I mean, sure, whatever they want.
Yeah.
But I mean, a condom?
Condoms are trash.
Condom for anal? It just sounds like the most wild shit. I mean, I've gotten head with a condom on.
I hate that shit.
Oh, it's the worst. Why are you doing that?
Bro.
When did you get head?
I just don't even ask me.
I only did because I was in Asia and there were prostitutes.
Nah, this wasn't no prostitute. Somebody was just like, I can give you head with a condom, and I was just thirsty, like, fuck it.
Someone just
you
came
making it
up
sound
to
like
you.
it could have been anyone in the world, like a bum or something.
Nah, fucking just random fucking girl.
Right.
She just walked up to you and was like...
No. She didn't walk up to me. I was talking to her on Instagram, but...
Oh, okay.
She's just like, I don't know you. This is the first time. She put a condom on. And I'm like, okay.
Whatever I got to do to get some top.
Yeah.
I would probably, but at this point in my life, I would be like, nah. Like, now? You get tested. We'll do this at a different date or something. I'll get tested, whatever you need. Like, I'm not trying to get plastic dome,
Yeah, that's just whack.
Sounds uncomfortable.
So then you go off and start doing this on your own. And how had you been just doing it your whole life up until now, or?
Pretty much, yeah. And then obviously, like when COVID hit, people weren't like doing it as much. So that's when I got more into OnlyFans. Yeah.
Really? So people are COVID conscious enough that they were like not having sex with prostitutes?
Yeah, for like 3 months.
That's crazy. I feel like if I was going to do it, I would just do it.
I mean, if you think about it, when COVID has happened, everybody's scared. It's just like, should I be purchasing pussy?
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of reasons like that to not get prostitutes in the first place, right? Like you're letting a stranger into your home. She could steal something. She could give you know, like there's all kinds of precautions that I feel like if you are the type to be soliciting prostitutes, you probably also are kind of like whatever.
Not really
COVID.
care.
Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, if I was already doing that and then COVID comes around, I'm still doing that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just me. It's just one person coming over. Like, what am I so scared of? I don't know. That's me. Okay, so. Do you have like long-term clients or like is it most stuff is kind of just like a couple times and then it's over?
I would say yeah, most people like there's people I've been seeing for literally like 6 or 7 years and it's like I like it because it's like we're not actually dating, like, so you can have a kind of like close relationship, but it's not like real, so like nothing bad will happen, no one's gonna get hurt.
Right. That makes sense. Damn, that's cool.
Reminds me of Pretty Woman.
Sort of. In a very general sense. Do you is it hard to have boyfriends during this or like
Yeah,
really?
I don't have like
Have you tried and then you tell them what you do and then they're like
I mean, most of the guys I would meet would be from work because I'm still pretty shy, which is kind of weird because I like had so much sex. But yeah, I would still be shy. Like if a guy asked me out, I'm just like, usually just like say no. Or
do you think it's fucked you up in the brain that you can't like have a normal relationship now?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Because I would definitely expect the guy to like take care of me and stuff, which is the power dynamics that like if you're dating a rich guy, he can always kind of hold it over your head. Like, oh, you know, you have all of this because of me. So.
Right. But so you're just kind of like used to that dynamic now. Like it would be weird for you to be dating like a guy who just kind of, you know, work doing construction or like a normal job.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
definitely.
then you moved to New York. Is there like a different clientele out there? Like
I'm more rich.
Really? Is that a big part of why you moved out there?
Yes.
Really? There's just like all kinds of high flying dudes. You're just up in these like sky rise apartments and stuff.
I mean, I would say there's more people than there was in Boston that just have like no budget, kind of.
Right. Like they just don't care about anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think LA is probably a step up.
Yeah, LA is legit too.
You working while you're in LA?
Not a lot, but a little, yeah.
What, you know, like a guy or two that you just like stayed in touch with?
Yeah, the people actually I know here I already knew before from the East Coast, so.
Right. Do you ever just get to the point where you kind of stop charging the dude, or you got to keep the rules?
No.
Unless you like bought me a mansion, then like no.
Right.
First, ass last.
And even a mansion is like, you can then like work on paying off the debt through sex, but at some point you will have paid for a mansion's worth of sex and then you will have to start charging again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's kind of like back of the napkin math, right? That's cool. Damn. So how much do you charge at this point?
I charge $2,400 for 2 hours minimum.
Damn!
Wow. 2 hour minimum. $2,400. That's pretty good money right there. How many of these do you think you do in a week?
I mean, I would say like I don't get a lot of like 2 hour bookings because a lot of the people is people I've known for a while, but I mean anywhere. Like there's weeks where I've just not done it because I'm lazy or don't feel like it or want to work out first or something like that. But like I would say 0 to like 6 bookings. Yeah.
Do you feel like very well off financially at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing fine.
Yeah.
How do taxes work with that kind of money?
So I do pay taxes, but I also like when I first started doing this, it was like balling out. Like my friends and I would just go out all the time, like spend so much money. But now it's like I don't really do stuff like that. So I was able to just save a ton and don't really have to worry about when I have to pay taxes.
Right. Definitely.